What's up, guys? We're here. This is part 2 of part 4, or part 4 part B, whatever you want to say. For Barrage, this is gonna be R15. So wait, it's the wrong place. It's the right place. All right. Yeah, but this is gonna be a Barrage for R15. So if you haven't already watched R6, I recommend watching that because I'm not gonna recode all of this for R15 when I could just easily do it by having the one that I have and then just expand upon it for R15, right? So if you need the 3 scripts and stuff like that, just go watch the other part before this. Oh, and yeah. So the only thing that you want to really change in the script is go to the module. And somebody, what's his name? SRT, he was just practically telling me that having user input service and run service is a bad idea. So what you want to do is come down to the local script for Barrage, copy the UIS stuff, and you can just paste it under there, and that will just be like just fine. Let me know if there's like any bugs, and I can like fix it and stuff like that. But just go to the module script, and the things that we'll be changing is the arms. So what we want to first do is get the left lower arm, right? So I'm gonna just call it left LA, and then send wait for child left lower arm. And just before like I like get through the testing and stuff, if you don't already have your 15 R15 stand equipped, you can just like switch them out. So what I've been doing right now is just switching my R15 and R6 stands in and out, because the script works for both. Just make sure it's stand and idle. So that's my R15 stand. I'm idle. I have a barrage animation made for my R15, so let me just grab that real quick. Copy that. And we'll go back to this. I'll paste this into animations, right? Then I'm gonna name the previous barrage R6, since that's the R6 barrage. And I'm gonna name this barrage, right? So now that we have that, this should be easy. So you can like copy pretty much what you did here and just paste it there, and it's gonna give you error saying left arm is as an unknown global. So you just paste the name of your variable right here for the left lower arm in place of left arm. And then you just want to do the same thing for the right lower arm. So we're just gonna call it right LA. Then make sure it's the right lower arm. And you can remove these, and then you're gonna get like a few errors. So what you want to do is pretty much wherever it says left arm, exchange it with left LA or left lower arm, right? So that's left arm right there, 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 right? And then the right lower arm, switch right arm with right lower arm. And then you have that, right? So we can test this right now. And what we're gonna get is the middle section for the arm of the sand. So if this loads quickly, because this video should only be like 10 minutes max. So yeah, I'm gonna call my stand out with E, and this is like you can see like the arms. What it's copying is this middle arm. So now what we want to do is copy the hand and the shoulder and pretty much weld it to the middle of the arm, so that the the full arm is being extended in like Barrage. And like I said, part 5 is gonna be customizations. So we're gonna change this clear us the clear all children like function right here, and we're gonna probably replace it with like a loop or something like that. So yeah, we can start with that, and then we can pretty much just copy these and then name it left hand. Now for these this secondary parts, so these are the primary parts. So the primary parts must be anchored, right? And then the hand and the shoulder needs to be anchored equals false, right? So we can weld it to the primary parts. So secondary parts. Since we got left hand, I'm gonna look for left hand, and then make sure anchored is false. Like I said, you can just copy it and paste it and make it for right arm hand as well. And then you can just copy both of those once more, and then do left UA since this is the left upper arm, and then left upper arm, left UA. I'll do the same thing, switch everything out. Now actually I'm gonna just copy this, replace this one with that, and then I'm gonna name it right upper arm. Just makes it a little easier. Just name that right. So now that we have that, these are the secondary. So this is the primary parts. Then these are the secondary parts. You can like pause, feel free. Alright, so for the C frames, right? I'm gonna need to set the C frames. So these are the C frames for the primary parts, right? And then below it, I'm gonna do C frames for the secondary parts. So what we want to do for the C frame for the hand is left. So we're gonna do left hand dot C frame is equal to, and then we want to do left lower arm dot C frame times C frame dot new 0, and then negative parentheses left lower arm dot size dot y divided by 2, and then comma 0. So this is what's going to place the left hand in the correct position. Now you can copy this and do it for the right hand as well, and just make sure they're corresponding to the arm that they're attached to. So left hand is left lower arm, right hand is right lower arm. Make sure you just set it as such. And then for the shoulders, or the left upper arm and the left right lower words, the left upper arm and the right upper arm C frames. So I'm gonna do the same thing. You can pretty much copy this actually, and then paste it like that, and then instead of negative, just remove that, and do the same for the right upper arm. Make sure it's attached to the right lower arm, and then now we're gonna need to weld them. So this will be welding the secondary parts to the primary parts, right? So we're gonna be welding them. So to start off, we're just gonna do we're gonna just name it L weld for left weld 1 is equal to instance dot new manual weld or weld, doesn't matter. And then L weld 1 dot part 0 is equal to left hand. And then L weld 1 dot part 1 is equal to left lower arm, right? Make sure you have that correct. And then C0 is equal to L weld dot part 1 dot C frame colon 2 object space. And then weld that parent is equal to weld dot part 0. And then inside the 2 object space, just do L weld dot part 1 dot C frame. So now you can copy these and paste it. So then we can call this L weld 2. Just make sure the name corresponds. And then change part 0 for L weld 2 to left upper arm, right? And then you can just copy both of those. Paste it. We could put a capital R in front of it. So R weld 1. R weld 2. Copy the name. Paste it in place of a weld. And then for this is right hand, and then left, I mean not left, right lower arm, and then right upper arm, right lower arm, right? So we have that. And if we tested it, it will work completely, but now we need to add the tweens, right? So let's just put a comment here. Tweens for primary parts, and then the next set of tweens for secondary parts. And since these are one-line tweens, they don't need to be like removed or anything. So you can actually just copy one of the tweens and then paste it under, right? And we're gonna call this tween A. So we're gonna change the name to tween A, right? And then the object or left LA will be left hand, right? And then when we scroll over, you see the comma and C frame. Just remove all of that so that it's like the brackets, and inside the brackets is transparency equals 1. And then you play. And then we just copy this for the what is it? The upper arms. So just call it tween A1 and tween A2. Then this is left upper arm. You can just copy both of those and call tween B1 and B2 right hand, right upper arm, and then since they all get removed, everything is good. All right, so if you, I'm gonna just show y'all the script right now, what we changed. So we just instantiate, or not instantiate it, but we cloned the lower arms first as to act as like the middle ground or the primary parts, and then we cloned the hands and the upper arms to attach to the primary parts in order to get the full arm to do the barrage. And then we set the C frames for them, and then we welded them to the primary parts, and then we tweened their transparencies but not their C frames, because since they're attached, they're gonna move along with their primary part. So if we test this now, because this should be all we need. Let's test this. Just waiting for this to load. This video actually might be shorter than 10 minutes. We're just gonna make the stand pop up. Then we hit E. Bam, you got the full arm doing the barrage. And there is a slight problem. Little slight problem. So if you could see, it's sort of separating the arms. It's not like it's close. Sorry for the haircut. So it's a slight little, it's not really a problem, but nonetheless, we're just gonna try to solve it a little bit. So you see, you scroll up, you see the C frames, right? Instead of, don't change the hand C frames, but the upper arms. Divided by 3, right? So we just wanted to go a third up the arm, and it should look a little closer together. Then if we press E, they look a little close together. So yeah. This concludes the barrage videos. This is the end of part 4. So part 5, we're gonna be customizing our stand, and also changing, you know, the barrage to work a little differently, so that it doesn't like remove all the objects that's attached to the arms, you know. So it actually looks like the arms are being copied and meant to like punch and stuff like it's actually meant to, and the actual move and stuff like that. So yeah, if you like this video or enjoyed it or whatever, just hit the like button, sub, share. Also let me know if y'all want beginner tutorials, like more of those. I'm thinking about doing more of those, so just let me know if you want to see those. I'm probably still gonna put some out there, but just let me know like some specific ones if you have some that you want to learn or something like that, and just leave it in the comments below. Yeah, thanks for watching.